Free GEDs. We pay for people to go to BRCC. We got people to help you get jobs, to help prepare you for jobs, job placement. If you have some type of drug addiction, we got free substance abuse, free mental illness treatments. We have all of this free stuff available for you to take advantage of it. So we want you to turn away from any type of violent criminal activity that you've been involved in. Everybody that's here, you're on the radar. Everybody here has been arrested and been identified as being in some part of a group, not necessarily a gang, but with someone else while you were committing some type of crime. Some of you, or the majority of you, are less than 17 or 17 below. If you keep on doing some of the acts that you've been doing, you're going to be an adult with a habitual offender jacket. So we don't want that. Tonight, all we need you to do is listen to what's being said. At the end of the day, contact the number. I'll be the guy that you talk to. I'll be the guy that'll go to court with you. I'm going to be the guy that tells the judges, hey, look, judge, this guy part of the BRAVE program. Right now, he's doing good. He's getting his GED, Your Honor. Or the young man, we got him, he's looking for a job. Or we got him enrolled in BRCC. You see, as you see in some of these screens with these people with 5 years and life sentences, that could be you. But we don't have on the screen some of the other people that are attending BRCC right now. Some of the people that finished their GED. Some of the people that went on and finished high school and are working and doing good jobs because they entered the BRAVE program. That's what we want for you tonight. That's option number one. Option two is just forget about BRAVE. Go home, disregard the services that's being offered to you, and just stop any type of violent activity. Number three is, if you continue in the way that you're going to end up locked up. It's not going to run concurrent, it's going to run consecutively. And what that means is when you have multiple charges, instead of it being ran together and you get a deal cut for you, no, it's going to run right after each other. And you're going to be in jail. Your parents are upset. A few of you have children. You can't even take care of yourself when you're locked up. You're hurting everybody. Take advantage of what's being offered to you tonight. Please, guys, just remember the one thing, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You say, man, who's paying for this stuff? We got grants to pay for it. We got grants, multiple grants to pay so that you can have somebody assigned to you. You can have a mentor assigned to you. You can have tutors assigned to you if you're in school and you can't do your homework. If you're not prepared for a job right now, you're going to have people assigned to you to prepare you for a job. It can't get much better than that. We're not trying to scare you tonight. I'm going to introduce you to a couple of people that's going to come out. Not meaning to scare you, just meaning to help. If my son were here, I'd want him to take advantage of this program. So you guys, please pay attention. And I want to introduce our district attorney, Mr. Hillamore. He's going to come out next to speak to you.
Good evening, everybody. Appreciate you coming here. The young man in the audience, brother in the orange in the audience, we appreciate you coming here today and what you showed, the respect you showed, we show you the same respect back. As you may know, I'm Hillamore, I'm the district attorney, and I have 60 assistant district attorneys that work for me. I have 35 investigators that work for me. Tomorrow morning, we give them each one of your names and your dates of birth so that they know exactly who you are and that you're at this meeting today. This meeting is here for a special purpose, and if you take a look in the audience of people that we have here, that are here for you. We have Bishop Johnson, we have Susan Rogers, we have DEA, we have LSU Athletic Director, preachers, Marlon Moore from Racist Orthotics, who puts people's rebuilds legs to College Temple, Reverend Tony Clayton, 100 Black Men, NAACP, former Chief of Police, played on the radio, FBI, DEA, Baton Rouge Community College, Mayor's Office, people running for judge. There's a lot of people that are here, and they're here for you. The reason that you're invited here is because we believe that you're a member of a group, and we believe that you have some influence that you can use on group members. Whether you agree with us or not, we believe that that's what we have seen. And we want you to take back the message that the violence has to stop. And if the violence doesn't stop, you have to understand what we're going to do. Today we're offering you three things. This is what the first is. We want you to put your guns down and stop the violence. Don't kill anyone. Don't shoot anyone. Don't hurt anybody. And when you put that gun down, take all of the help that we here give to you. Susan Rogers is going to talk to you a little bit today. It's going to be followed up by someone knocking on your door. We're going to offer you all the help that we want to give to you. You've seen the second is. Second is just put your guns down and don't take our help. We'd rather you take our help. We want you to take our help. If you don't want our help, just put your gun down and don't kill anybody. Don't hurt anybody. The third is the one that we do not want you to take. And that is shoot somebody, kill somebody, hurt somebody, and then we're going to come. And our promise to you is that we're going to act very swiftly, and act very immediately. We're going to come after not only the person who did the shooting, but we're going to come after the entire group. Trust me, it's happened before. As you've seen on the news, you've seen on some of these pictures here, the Big Money Black Boys were represented in 2 call-ins. This is our 4th call-in. They were here twice. After the first call-in, it took about 2 months. Somebody was killed. Within 12 days, 13 members of that group were in jail. They still continued, didn't listen. They came to the second call-in, represented by one of their representatives. Following that, they continued the shooting. And as you've seen on television, the front page of the paper, 28 members of the Big Money Black Boys, some parents, some relatives were picked up. They're all in jail. They're looking at extremely long sentences. We don't want that to happen. I know you may not accept this. I do not want to put you in jail. I do not want to put you in jail. Nobody here does. You all have existing charges already, particularly people that are in orange, and maybe some of you that are out there. You have to handle your charges first. This is not a get-out-of-jail-free charge. You have to handle crimes that we have committed. You may have pled innocent. You do whatever your lawyer tells you to do, what you think is right, but we have to handle those charges. Once those charges have been resolved, we want to extend our hand to help you. This is not a joke. This is something that's very serious for us. We're a team, and as you can see, all these people in the box with us are together. And at this stage in Baton Rouge, you can see the law enforcement heads happen to be white. A DA, sheriff, chief of police. I can tell you that historically, for all of you all, and telling these ladies and gentlemen here that are with us that are friends, historically, you haven't always been treated fairly. And we're here to try to rectify that again today. But regardless, race, for whatever reason, nothing justifies killing somebody. And that's what we're all here on the same team saying, I don't care what's happened in the past, we're going to try to rectify that. It's not going to happen overnight. But our commitment is to you that I'd rather put you in school, I'd rather put you in a job, than put you in jail. And that's what the message is today. So make sure it's real clear. If you take our message back today, the killing has to stop. If the killing does not stop, we're going to do what we have to do, and our promise is going to be upheld. Sure?
Good evening. I'm Sid Gopro, and I'm your sheriff. I am the chief law enforcement officer for all of Baton Rouge. I have 900 deputies who work for me, and tomorrow I'm going to give each one of them your name. Today is a new day in Baton Rouge, and we are telling you the new rules. As a member or leader of a violent group, you need to know that from now on, whoever shoots or kills another person in Baton Rouge will bring special attention to themselves and to the entire group for any crime that they're committing. You'll see that there's a new relationship between law enforcement and the community. We've been working together for 2 years now. You know us as the Brave Team. We're fed up with the killing. My deputies are working together with local, state, and federal agencies to ensure that the violence in Baton Rouge stops. Look at the screens. You see members of the BGs, the Block Boys, the Click Tights. They did not listen, and they're now serving time. You want to be the next Reginald Taylor, who's serving 20 years in prison? Understand that any violence will be met with swift and certain consequences. I will send my cases to the state or federal prosecutor who can give me the most time in jail for you. We are paying special attention to the next violent group from this call-in. After tonight, the next time a body hits the ground in East Baton Rouge, we will go after every member of that group. We will go after the shooter for the shooting and the entire group for any crime they are committing. If you see a member of your group about to commit violence, tell them to stop. If they do not stop, you and your group will become our next target. That's the script. I'm going to talk to you from me. Every day we have to deal with this. Every year we have to deal with this in this parish. Every month, every week, somebody's killing somebody. And you know who it is? They don't look like me. They look like you. We got young black men killing young black men. That's over 90% of our homicides. And for what? For what? For nothing. He looked at me wrong. He said something to my girl. He bumped into me. He's on my corner. That's why. That's no reason to kill somebody. When you decide to go out and settle some beef you have, and you pull a gun and you point it at somebody and you pull that trigger, the minute that bullet leaves that barrel, your life and the life of your loved ones have changed forever. Forever. You can't bring it back. You can't take it back. It's done. And for nothing. For no reason. That's how I got my creds. That's how I get my respect. There ain't no respect. Let me tell you what happens. You kill somebody. If you're lucky and you don't get killed, you get killed, you're 6 foot under. That ain't no respect. You kill somebody, you go into life, you go into prison for the rest of your natural born days. There ain't no respect there. Or you're going to sit in jail for 8 or 10 years waiting to get a needle stuck in your arm to take your life and have to think about it every day you're sitting in that prison. That's the reality of it. That's the reality of it. There isn't nothing else. We ask so many of y'all every day, where are you going to be 5 or 10 years from now? 5 years from now, and you look us dead in the eye and you tell us I'm going to be dead or in prison. It doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Let me tell you about respect. When you're in prison, there ain't no respect. And all your homeboys, all the guys that's got your back, they still out on the street. They still out on the street. I see it every day. They tell you and they try to get you all with them so you won't flip on them. But when you gone, or we get them jammed up, they're going to do anything they can to save themselves. They ain't worried about you. And that's the facts. There ain't no respect there, fellas. There's no respect in any of that. When you're in prison for life, everybody you love, everybody in your family, everybody else, life goes on and passes you by. Everything in life, every person in life, it goes by. And you sit in prison and rot to the day you die. It don't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be that way. When you take the life of somebody else, it's not just them and their family you've hurt. You've hurt your own family. You hurt your own family. Your mama, your auntie, your grandpa, your grandmother, your brothers, your sisters, your cousins, your friends. You hurt all of them. They got to carry that cross for the rest of their life. And you know why? I see it. My people see it. They can tell you every day. Your family comes to see you in prison, and they come with a smile on their face because they want to keep you uplifted. But when they leave there with tears in their eyes because their heart's broken because they know they've lost you for the rest of their life. And they got to live with that. There ain't no respect there, fellas. There's no respect there. Take advantage of this. It's like the DA said, there ain't none of us over here. We don't want to put y'all in jail. We will if we have to. And he will prosecute you to the fullest extent if he has to, but you don't have to. You don't have to. We want to see you do right. We want to see you stay out of prison. We want to see you from ruining your lives and ruining the lives of all your loved ones because of some senseless, stupid act. Take advantage of this. Y'all still have an opportunity to take advantage of some of this? Take advantage of it. You out there in the audience, you got an opportunity, take advantage of it. Because at the end of the day, if you dead 6 feet under the ground and you sitting in prison rotting the rest of your life, there ain't no respect.
Good evening. I'm Carl Dabney. I'm the Chief of Police for the Baton Rouge City Police Department. I have 700 officers in my department. They work for me, and tomorrow I'm going to give them your names. You are here because you've been identified as a person of influence among your associates. You were either a leader of a group or a member of a violent group. From now on, whoever shoots or kills another person in Baton Rouge will bring special attention to themselves and the entire group for any and all circumstances or crimes that they are committing. You've already seen the results of the new relationship between law enforcement and the community. We are working together to end this senseless violence. We are fed up with it. No one will ignore your violent acts anymore. We are all working together to ensure that violence in Baton Rouge stops. All violence is being met with swift and certain circumstances. Just like the sheriff, I will send my cases to the state or federal prosecutor who can get the most jail time for you. We know that violence is being committed by your group. We are going to deliver consequences to every group member of the next group that commits a violent act after tonight. This is the same promise we made to the Black Boys, the BGs, 5,400 boys, and the Click Titans. They did not believe us. You now know better. Look around the room, look at the prisoners, look at the pictures. The sheriff already told you about the BGs. We worked together to arrest and eliminate the BGs. You will also see pictures and members from the 5,400 boys. They were the second most violent group. Their violence made them a target. The city police, the sheriff, the ATF, the FBI, DEA, the DA, and the U.S. Attorney have worked together to assist all members to arrest all members of the 5,400 boys and anyone associated with the 5,400 boys. We do not care if you are young or old, male or female. The 5,400 boys were violent and we took them apart. Things are different now, and the 5,400 boys and the BGs are proof. Look at the Click Titans. Casey Feast is serving 10 years. Reginald Taylor is doing 20 years. David Butler is serving 8. Reagan Taylor has 10 years to serve, and Dalvin Sewell has 3. DeMarcus Davis could do 99 years for his armed robbery charge. You just asked the Black Boys, you do not want to be our next targets. Each of you has been called in today to listen to this message. The violence must stop. You need to hear it, and you need to take this message back to your group. To ensure that this message gets out, we have also begun taking our message to the families and homes of our group members. Expect to see us in your neighborhoods. I sincerely hope that you hear us. We are promising swift and certain action and assistance. The choice is yours. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Walt Green. I'm the United States Attorney for the Middle District of Louisiana. I'm responsible for prosecuting federal crimes in this parish and 8 surrounding parishes. I want you to know that everyone named on this list will be given to every federal prosecutor in this district, as well as every federal agent, including the FBI, IRS, DEA, United States Marshal Service as well. We would rather assist you than prosecute you, but you should know that we're all working together to end violence. You should know you're here because you're a member of a violent group. There are now 2 rules you're going to have to live with. Everyone, including each of you, will be held accountable for your acts of violence. And if anyone in your next group shoots or kills someone after tonight, we're going to come after all of them. All of our local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies have been working together for over 2 years in the BRAVE project. You've already seen some of the results, and you've already seen some of the consequences. The United States Attorney's Office and the 19th Judicial District District Attorney's Office work together in tandem to ensure that we get the maximum sentence for every person that's identified in one of these groups. Each of you has been given a packet by the ATF, and I have personally looked at each of your records. In your package, you're going to find a letter from me letting you know exactly what you're going to face from the feds if we prosecute you, to include being a felon in possession. If any of you know Devontae Lee, you will know that on July 9th, 2014, he was sentenced in federal court to 54 months. And on July 7th, he was sentenced in TJDC to an additional 120 months for being a felon in possession. Mr. Lee decided not to follow the rules, and he accepted the consequences. It's a sad case. When you get locked up in federally, you're not going to be locked up in a prison in Louisiana. You can be locked up in places such as Oregon, Arizona, Maine, or Michigan. We're simply asking you to do the right thing, and this is a clear warning. If you fail to do the right thing, we're going to come after you. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Susan Rogers. I'm the case manager that works with the BRAVE program. But not only do I come to you tonight as a case manager, I come to you as a mom, as a grandmother. I too have had my own situations with my kids and grandkids, so I know where some of you are coming from. And you know that old saying about it takes a village to raise the kids. Well, we are the village. It's all of us. And I'm just so happy tonight to let you guys know that the whole community is coming together. They are concerned, they are committed, and they are coming together, and they really want to see about change in you and in your family. That's what we're all about. You know, it doesn't really matter where you came from, what side of the tracks you're on, what your last name is, what color you are. You know, what matters most is that you are willing to lay down a life of violence. Lay down some of those associations that you've had. Just understand and know this, that there are companies, like for jobs, for instance. I mean, I don't represent just myself. It's over 120 service providers, volunteers that are coming forth and saying, Miss Susan, I want to help. I'll do whatever. You have industry like Exxon, Turner, CB&I, companies like this that are coming together to say, we want to do our part. We know jobs are critical. And so they're coming in and they're helping provide like a pathway for you. So you can see, it doesn't matter if you have a record. They want you to know that there's different levels in these companies that you can make a really good living. You don't have an honest living. It's there for you. Education, it's another. Education is the key. There's way too many different educational opportunities for you not to take advantage of them. They're there for you. Counseling, mental health, substance abuse. Yeah, you've got to lay down some of that stuff if you're going to get a good job. You've got to lay it down, but there's help to help you. And understand this, that it's not just for you, it's for your whole family. That's what you need to know. We walk alongside you, we encourage you, we give you the hope. And I just, one of the officers said the other day, you guys are the next generation. Whether we like it or not, you are the next generation. And it's so important that you understand that you could be the next police chief. You could be the next attorney. You could be the next business owner. Some of these guys tonight are going to tell you they have been where you've been. They've sat in the chairs. They've done the time. And they have overcome that. That's what it's about. I just need you to understand and know that there's 3 messages that are loud and clear. And one message is you go home and you do it your way and you lay it down. The other message is to participate, take part in the services. Call the office, say, I want help, I'm willing. Because if there's nothing else that jacks me up anymore, is that I feel like I'm more concerned than you are sometimes. And out of all the guys, I mean, I've been here since the beginning, and there have been guys that have wanted to make change, and there's been guys that hadn't. There's some that are successful, they're on a good pathway, and there are others that are not. And it really breaks my heart, because the services are here to help you move forward. One guy in particular, for over a year, I kept trying to say, let's get you a job, let's get you education. He would be like, no, man, Susan, I don't need that. I was like, these streets are not kind to you. They don't owe you anything. So where is he at today? He's in Paris. He may not come home for a while. And you know what he's saying? He's saying, you know, tell Miss Susan, I'll help now. I want to do it now. I need her help now. Well, it's too late now, guys. The opportunity is here for you tonight to take advantage of the services. The third option is, as they've all said, you go back home and you keep on doing it your way, and they're going to come down on your heart. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. Call the office. Take advantage of the services that are being offered tonight.
My name is Jeff LaDuff. For 6 years, I was the chief of police in the city of Baton Rouge. That means I was the guy in charge of keeping everybody safe in the city of Baton Rouge. But I couldn't do that. I couldn't even keep my own family safe, because somebody like you, who wanted to tote a gun, who wanted to be bad, who wanted to make his mark, decided at 5 o'clock in the morning on September 4th of 2010, when they met my brother-in-law, a mentally ill young man who meant nobody no harm, nowhere. When they met him, they decided to fill his body full of bullets. They shot him in his eye, they shot him in his chest, they shot him in his arm, they shot him in his leg, and they left him lying dead on a city street of Baton Rouge for a cell phone, a lighter, and a pack of cigarettes. That's what they did. That's how you're going to make your mark. That's the mark you want. There is nothing that you can do to change your circumstances other than change your circumstances. That orange mean you there, baby. I'm going home tonight. I'm going to sleep in a comfortable bed, an expensive mattress, with the air conditioning on. I'm going to eat me some ice cream before I go to bed. Might have a couple of nutter butter, peanut butter sandwich cookies. You can't have that. You need to make the decision, baby. You need to get out of that orange and get with us. Look at this woman. Do you know what this represents? A bishop, radio personality, an AD, oh my God, federal agents. This is my big brother. Let me tell you what you need to do. Join this program and get you a big brother. You understand me? This is my big brother. That's what you need. These are your big brothers. Let me tell you something. A statement was made just now that said, everybody's white. Well, I wasn't white. I am you. You understand me? We are you. We just an older version of you. If you think we didn't have choices to make, you're wrong. If you think we didn't have decisions to make that people tried to pull us down the wrong road, you're wrong. We were just like you. We got to the fork in the road and we chose to go right. You need to decide. If you want my help, I'm here. I'm telling you. Susan, if one of them said they want to talk to me, you call me. I'm retired. I live well. Y'all gave me a lot of money for what I did. I got plenty of that. You understand? I don't have to sleep on that cot. I'm sleeping nice. So that's your choice. You want to be with us, or you want to be with that gang you riding with? I just want one of you. I just need one of y'all. I got $100. I like to bet one man. You want to come? I got somebody. And I don't know you, but you hold that. That's $100. Come here. I want to show you one thing. I say that I'm an old man, and this young man can't be stronger than me. Oh, no. No, I know. One thing. If this kid is stronger than me, I promise you, you walk with that $100. No. Hey,
no,
put
you're
your
trying to
hand out.
embarrass me.
No, I ain't gonna embarrass you. I want you to this hand. I'm closer to you. All I want you to do is resist.
No, you're trying to do what
No, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm not gonna hurt you. If I hurt you, you take the $100. If you feel any pain, all right? I'm gonna push down, you resist. All right? Concentrate. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, yo, man, you can't tell me.
I didn't say what I'm gonna do. Watch it again. I want y'all to learn this lesson because this is this program. Watch.
No, we gotta go this way. Turn around.
1, 2, 3. It don't matter. Go sit down. Let me tell you what this is. You know why you can't win? You know why I knew I was going to take my $100? This $100 is this program. You understand me? He wasn't thinking about the $100. You know what he's thinking about? The tennis shoes that this $100 would buy. He was thinking about the gas it would put in the car. He was thinking about the high it could get it. If you start thinking about the $100, you get the $100. You can't think but one thing at a time. Think about this program. You understand me? This program is your $100. Now you got a decision to make. This weekend, I'm going to Dallas, Texas, and I'm going to watch my beloved Saints beat them Cowboys. Now listen, as young men, you make a decision. You want to live in Orange, or you want to get up and go where you want to go when you old and done. Make the choice. Join this program. Leave us alone. Stop hurting these families. My wife hasn't slept on a Saturday since September 10th of 2010 when somebody killed her brother. Leave us alone. Join this program and let us live in our city in peace.
Good job, Chief. My name is Tony Clayton. Philip Moore told you about, he has about 60 DAs. I'm a homicide prosecutor. There are hundreds of people doing life in prison, some doing death because of the words that came out of my mouth. And I look like you. You look exactly like I looked when I was your age. And I will be on the opposite side of that courtroom, pointing my finger to you, saying to you, or to a jury, that you sucked the life out of somebody else's child, so suck the life out of him. There are three things, and I want you to listen to them. Listen up, young man. I want you to repeat this. Hear me out, guys. I want you to repeat this. God loves me. Say it. My mama loves me.
My mama loves me.
It's never okay to kill someone else's mama's child. Say it. It's never okay to kill someone else's mama's child. You with me with that? Now, let me tell you, you heard Walt Green, DA, and the rest of them say that your names are in the database. Your names are in the database. Those people, the good Lord knows first, and they know second who you are. They are serious. Now, I want to say something to you. I heard Gilmore say it earlier. This is working. This is working, and you all listen. This group better listen. It's working. Put the guns down. When you heard Susan, there's something that's called process technology. It takes you 16 months to get that degree. Get it online wherever you want. And they're paying y'all $85,000 a year starting off with this liquefied natural gas plants. Go get a job. Get your convertible Corvette, one of the new ones. Get whatever you want. Lay the guns down. These folks are serious. I'm serious. It hurts me to walk into the courtroom, and for the last 20 years of my life, I have prosecuted folks who look like you guys. And I think I got about another 10 years, and I'm not going to stop. That race piece is done. You can stick a fork in it. No more of that race. That's done. DL, it's over with. You're killing other kids, and you gotta stop. You understand? You guys. Did you repeat me when I said those three things? It's done. Stick a fork in it. You being locked up in a prison for the rest of your life while other folks are having fun, it's not even real. I go to all the autopsies, and I'm gonna close with this. And I see 19 and 20-year-old young men like you. They do a wide incision. They cut you open here. And I look at a heart with no fat around it, a liver. My daddy died because he needed a kidney. And I mean, I look at all the bodies and I'm like, oh, what a waste of all these perfect little bodies. What a waste of a human life. Live. Guys, live. Put the guns down.
Marlon Moore. I'm part of the East Baton Rouge Parish School System. Sat in the same seat you guys sat in at one point. What I do for a living, I'm a certified archivist process. Many of you may not know what that is, but next to Hall Davis, I'm the next person you don't want to see. You guys are running around with these guns, playing cowboys and Indians out here, and don't understand, once that bullet pierces your body, when I walk in that room and see you, you need to have a frown on your face. Because guess what? Most of the time, you're going to be paralyzed, and guess what? None of your boys coming around. I promise, I see it every day. No one will come change your diaper. And I don't know if you ever laid in the bed with bowel moving on you for 3 or 4 days at a time, it stinks. Your boy's gone. Your girl who you thought was your boy, she gone. Everybody gone. Put these guns down, put these drugs down, all these mileage y'all want to take now, these true synthetic weed, leave that stuff alone. Because guess what, now, there used to be at a time when my stroke patients was 50, 60, and 70 years old. Now my stroke patients now are 18 to 24. They stroking out. Your body can't handle all this synthetic stuff. Leave it alone, put these guns down, I promise you. I see it all the time. Kids getting shot with hoppers, choppers, whatever y'all want to call them, 223. You're not going to make it. And if you do make it, your lifestyle going to be miserable. No insurance, you're going to be in a wheelchair, and again, you're going to have a colostomy bag, bowel moving on you. None of your boys are coming back, I promise you. I really promise you that. So take this help they give you. I promise you, you'll be much better off in the long run. Like I said, I'm a product of the East Baton Rouge Parish School System. I fought through the system, and I made it. And, hey, you guys have a chance still while you're over here. You guys in orange, fight your choice. I'm like Chief, though. I'm going to watch the Cowboys and sing Sunday. I'm going to enjoy myself. You have the same opportunity, but you got to put work in. Nobody going to give you anything. Only thing you're going to get is the help they're trying to give you tonight. Take it the wrong way. Put the guns down.
So, for the last 35, 40 minutes, been kind of watching the crowd. Some of y'all want this opportunity. Man, this is your way out. That's all there is. This is your way out. It's not about me. You don't know me. You don't care about me. Fine. This is your way out. I see some of y'all watching others of y'all to see how much you're listening. This is it. It's nice. People say in life, everybody deserves a second chance. Here's the truth. Very rarely do you get second chances. You can make mistakes and you never get to get it right. This is it. Y'all are kids, young men. You take this opportunity, you're done. Some of y'all have seen friends gunned down in the streets. It's not pretty. I don't care how hard you think you are. There's nothing good about watching somebody bleed to death. And this is your shot. This is your chance. Here's the deal. Daddy left. Family's jacked up. All you have is mama. The thing is, you think we shouldn't judge you. Don't judge us. That was my situation. My father was murdered when I was 12 years old. But I loved my mother. And I had to make a choice. And I said I didn't want to see her cry. Bottom line. That's all it was. Not fancy, not super smart. I just didn't want to hurt her. And some of you have seen your mothers cry. Or your grandmothers cry. This is your shot, man. If you leave out here tonight and don't take this opportunity, don't say it's the white man's fault. Don't say nobody loved me. Don't say nobody gave me a chance. This is it. If you've been praying for a way out, God's trying to answer you. He's saying, here it is. Now some of you, I know you're scared.
You can say you're hard, but you're scared. You're so worried about what people think. You refuse to say, I need help. But I saw some of y'all. I can see you. I see you watching, nodding your head, and catching yourself because you don't want anybody to see you agreeing. And the truth is, you know this is your shot. And if you mess it up, it's nobody else's fault. And when you're laying dead in the streets, and your mama's crying over your body, you got nobody to blame. This is your shot. I'm not telling you you're going to be a millionaire. I'm not even telling you you're going to be successful. I'm not even telling you if you take this chance that you might not end up here next year. But worry about that then, tonight. This is your chance. So you say you're a man? Prove it. Prove that you got the balls to take an opportunity tonight. Tonight. Ask somebody to help you tonight. And if you don't blame anybody else. Because excuses are for elementary school. Grown men make opportunities, not excuses. This is your shot, guys. Bottom line, take it or leave it. You don't even have to like Hillary. You can hate it. You can hate everybody. You can hate me. I really don't care. I care enough about you to tell you the truth. This is your chance. Take it or leave it.
My name is Paul Davis IV. I'm a licensed film director and embalmer, and I've been licensed for 39 years. I've buried more young men than you could probably dream of. I come up in a neighborhood with some very violent guys. Most of them end up in jail. But I want to tell you that in 1992, Baton Rouge had the highest murder rate per population in the country. One of the other things that we observed, and this is how we found the 100 black men, that in 1980 they only had 8,000 incarcerated people in the state of Louisiana. By the year 2000, there were 36,000 incarcerated young men in jail. And what disturbed me the most is that the state had to spend $561 million to lock them up. And of course, a good friend of mine, Brace Godfrey, is going to be with the Lord. And I recognize that young men weren't being educated. Today, 25% of all the young men between the ages of 16 and 25 don't work and don't go to school. We kind of know where the problem is. But one of the worst things in the world is to have your mama call me to go pick up your little brother or your little sister and bring them to the funeral home. She don't know if she got insurance to bury him. She don't know where she's going to get the money from. But somebody done pulled a gun and shot somebody and don't know the ripple effect of what you have caused. Yes, Tony talked about the autopsies. You've never seen an autopsy. You never held a man's heart in your hands. You don't know what you do to a family when you kill somebody. You may think you're tough and you're bad, but I wish I had the opportunity to let you come back there and put on the gloves that I put on and let you help me do the work I do. And I'll find out how bad you are. You know, one of the things that I do know is that this is a good program and it's an opportunity. From a business standpoint, my business has spent over $600,000 trying to help youth in the community. And then 2 or 3 years ago, like Jeff LaDuff, my daughter's fiance was shot 17 times with an AK-47 on Gardale Lane. As he went and picked up his mama from the hospital, took her to her apartment. His little niece and some guys, they were smoking weed. He asked them to get out of the apartment. They said, man, who are you? We're going to put you in the envelope. He was in my daughter's car. He was shot 17 times. He told the emergency tech, they said they're going to put me in the envelope. And we tried to figure out what that was. So I was hanging out with some youngsters. You know, I know some thugs. You know, I got some little raised in my family, and we get along. You know, we understand, we talk, we communicate, because I bear everybody in their family. Come to find out, the envelope was a body bag. I'm going like, wow. If he could have only caught that, then he could have protected himself. So I'm here to tell you this. You either make a decision to get out the game, get your life straight, or you will live in hell on earth or in jail. Now, I have a re-entry program, and I got a guy that worked for me, did 36 years in Angola. And you ought to hear the story he told me about how in Angola. Especially way back then. He come off 38 and came. He did an armed robbery. And they didn't let him out till he confessed that he had did an armed robbery. He said, if I know that, I could have got out 20 years ago. So dumb when you make bad decisions. So I'm here tonight to say, as a funeral director, all across this country, me and Jeff and Duff did a motorcycle ride in New Orleans, and we sent a message from funeral homes because I'm chairman of the board of the largest funeral directors association in the world. Me, right here, Port Allen, right across the river, came up with Jeff and Duff, but we made the decisions to get to where we are. You got to do the same thing. It's on you. It's up to you.
I'd like to thank Gil for the opportunity to come talk to you today. You know, I come, you know, not a part of law enforcement, not a part of the city government or state government, nothing like that. You know, I come to you out of love and respect, and I come because I've been down the road that you're about to go down. You know, I've come to warn you that that road is bumpy, it's narrow, and most people who travel it don't make it through. And those who do make it through, they come through it with a life of regret. Because some things you do, you can't take back. You have to live with the consequences of what you do for a full lifetime. I'm not telling you what I read, I'm not telling you what I heard, I'm telling you what I've experienced. You know, like you have to do tonight, when I was much younger, I had to choose between good and evil. Made a lot of bad decisions when I was young. I grew up in Scotlandville. You know, in 1977, at the age of 22, I was arrested for 6 counts of armed robbery, faced 594 years in prison. In 1978, I pleaded guilty to 3 counts of armed robbery, and I was sentenced to 3 concurrent 15-year sentences in prison. I mentioned earlier that I made bad decisions. One of those was associating with the wrong people. You know, believing they were my boys and they had my best interests at heart. You know, one turned over on me, and the rest forgot about me while I was in prison. You know, those friendships that I thought would last a lifetime, they're nothing but a distant memory. And I've learned to be much more careful in my selection of friends and who I hang with. Because if you hang with people that talk, that speak negative things and speak negative words, those words become thoughts, those thoughts become actions, and before you know it, you've been locked up in prison or you're dead. Second bad and misguided thing that I did in my youth was I thought that a life of criminal activities and being rebellious would somehow hurt society. It would somehow hurt the white man. It would somehow hurt somebody with me doing any and everything that I was bad enough to do. And in actuality, it was stupid. Because if you really want to hurt the white man, if you really want to hurt the system, then go make something out of yourself. Because if you don't, then what you're going to become to is a slave to the system. You go get locked up, you are going to be a slave, because I've been one. You're going to pick cotton, pick corn, pick vegetables, cut grass, in the heat, in the cold, all that 10 trade, get a skill. You know, go make an honest living. You know, I had the thing twisted. I thought me being a man was how bad I was, but in actuality, being a man is, you know, being fruitful and multiplying, raising your children, and providing and protecting your family, taking care of the elderly, honoring and burying the dead. You know, we all play our roles the right way, you and me, and we make the world a better place. You can't do any of that in prison. You know, don't let anybody fool you with the notion of going to prison as anything glamorous. You might as well conform to the rules out here, because while you're free in society, because if you go to prison, you're gonna go to bed when you're told, you're gonna get up when you're told, you're gonna go to work when you're told, and you're gonna do everything else you're told to do, because that's just the way it is. Other than that, your other alternative is to go sleep in the cell block where you don't see the sun, ever. So this is the choices. You know, I've experienced the pain of watching my children grow up without me. The hurt of losing cherished loved ones in my family, losing the woman that I love. I've experienced all those things, the weaknesses you feel when you can't be there for your family when you need to be. The life of crime is full of heartaches, the disappointments that you feel when your appeal is denied, or when that parole that you tried to get is denied, or when that pardon that you tried to get is denied. When you come to your senses, late in the midnight hour, when the prison is quiet, you cry. You cry your pillow wet because you pray into the good Lord for another chance. So, you know, I urge you guys to take advantage of this opportunity. Because you might, the guys who said you might not get another one. You know, the guys that I used to hang with, a lot of them ain't here no more. Others are still locked up. So you might not get another chance. This might be the only chance you have. You know, if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for those you love. Do it for your children. Do it for your mother. Do it for your family. You know, because my grandmother died 1 week before I was sentenced because she couldn't stand the heartbreak and the heartache of seeing me going to prison. So these are the decisions that you guys got to make. And these are, I mean, this ain't no game. And I can tell you right now, if you don't come in, you're not going to win. It's just a matter of time. These guys are serious, and you might not get another chance. And so what I encourage you to do is take advantage of the opportunity. Go get trade. You know, they got pipe fitters, they got welders, they got electricians, they got instrument men, they got plumbers, they got air conditioning fishermen, they got all kinds of trades. And there's a shortage of craftsmen in the world. You can make $35,000 to $80,000 a year. I don't know about what hustle you got, but when I was out the street hustling, my hustle wasn't paying me that. So, you know, I would just encourage you guys to come on in, take advantage of the program. For those of you who do, I congratulate you. For those of you who don't, I pray for you because you need prayer, because it's going to be a rough road for you. God bless.
Good evening. My name is Raymond Johnson, Bishop Raymond Johnson. I'm a pastor of the local church. Not only am I representing the faith community, there are 100 churches and faiths that are represented. Some here, but in our community to help you. And as I look at a lot of the African American young men, Paul Davis is my good friend. We got to be good friends because we spend a lot of time together. And unfortunately, it's not just burying old people. When I was a young man, that's what I thought. When you're real old, that's when you die. I'm a product of the school system, and you know, we've seen things, you know, raised up in Bird Station, spent a lot of time in the park, Easy Town, the lake, all of those things. And, you know, coming up, just knowing that you got an opportunity, going through the civil rights era, you fought for things, and watching Martin Luther King and others struggle, so black folk can have an equal opportunity in this earth. You know, it's sad sometimes when you look that the doors of opportunity are open. You can do and have anything you want. You can live anywhere, you can work any kind of job, do anything you want. But you know what? Our relationship comes from not just burying old people, burying too many young people. Because you made the news, shot somebody, disrespected, somebody looked at you, and you want to make a name for yourself, and you get caught. Just like you already have your name now. The spotlight is on you, that you can choose the direction that you want to go. You don't have to end up in jail. You don't have to end up with Mr. Hall Davis. I'm going to tell you something. You know, one of the worst parts of my job is to sit down with that family, plan that funeral, and sit there. And the last thing we do before we go to the cemetery is watch everybody go look at that casket of a young man whose life had great opportunity, but you or somebody like you decided to take matters in your own hand and kill them. And if it's not the people you kill, it's the people who want to kill you, and you'll be the one that's sitting there. And somebody's going to have to comfort your family. And over and over, I can tell you story after story of good people in our community whose sons are in prison, and they're not going to get out. And every time you say, well, we want to pray for this and pray for that, and have to pray for those mothers and those grandmothers who that's their only desire, not something for them, but something for the people they love, just like you. You don't have to go down that road. You can be a man with a job and a family. Don't just have babies. Many of you all, you're a baby daddy. Not a husband, but you're a baby daddy. And your children can grow up without you. Some other man's going to be there for them and tell them what to do when you should be the one to make a difference. Another generation doesn't have to live low, they can live high. There's a lot of help for you. All you got to do is take advantage of the help somebody's coming to you. They have your name, your number, they know your family, and it's not a threat to you, it's an opportunity. If somebody was offering me help, and my life had been going down, I'll take it, because you don't know when the next one is going to come. It may not be another one. Education programs, counseling, people on your side. Nobody's here to put you down. All these people are sacrificing time. They're off their job. Nobody gets paid in here tonight, not most of them, just Illinois. Everybody else is doing it for free. And that's because we do care. And it does matter that another generation doesn't have to live and hear the same sad story. Work too hard, come too far. We got to see different results. But the choice is not ours. The choice is yours. If you take it, life is going to be better. If you don't take it, sad story for you or sad story for your people. What are you going to do? What is your decision? I pray to God that it'll be to take the help that's offered to you tonight.
Good evening. Like Bishop Johnson, I'm one of the faith-based speakers here tonight. I pastor a local congregation here in the city. And I echo everything that has been said by all of the speakers that have spoken tonight. But I want to just share this thought with you. What's next after tonight? Having echoed and believing what I have heard tonight, you stand on the cusp of changing your life and turning it around and going into a different direction. We who in the faith-based community, it pains our hearts to go to mothers, grandmothers, and sisters to minister and to speak words of comfort because of some senseless act. What has been said tonight, we're asking you to adhere to, take advantage of the opportunities to turn your life around. You have a wonderful chance to do that. Let me say three things. First of all of these men and women that have spoken tonight, we have an inherent responsibility to help you turn your life around. Because one day we're going to hopefully pass the mantle to you that was passed to us. What do I mean? Hopefully and prayerfully, you're going to become the entrepreneurs, elected officials, leaders of industry, teachers, and yes, parents. But we want to make sure that you are ready to receive that mountain. And you can't receive that mountain if you continue down the pathway that you're going right now. Secondly, because of your attitude and your commitment to commit crimes of violence, right now, your names are in the law enforcement database. It's just like this. Your head is in the lion's mouth. And if you dance, wiggle, twiddle, guess what's going to happen? If you keep doing the same thing, the lion is going to cut your head off. That's what's going to happen. Do you think they are playing? Do you think they are kidding? You're seeing what's on the screen up there. To be sent away, locked away, to have your freedoms denied and taken away, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, that's a lifetime. That's a lifetime. And oftentimes when I stand before the congregation, I say, eternity is a long time to be without God. And if you don't turn your life around, guess where you're going to wind up? In a place where we say there's a lot of gnashing of teeth. A place that burns like a lake of fire. And lastly, let me just say this to you. We're going to be the last ones to stand over your body if you keep living the way that you are. The last words that Bishop Johnson, Reverend Hunter, and I will say over your body is this. For it has pleased the Almighty God to take out of this world the soul of our dearly departed brother. We now therefore commit his body, earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. That's what we're going to wind up saying over your bodies. And I do pray that you will take advantage of the services being offered here tonight to turn your life around. It must stop. It's got to stop. And if you don't put a stop to it yourself, somebody else is going to stop you. Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, we have to close the comment today. And what I wanted to say is one thing that this gentleman did say back here, he told you that he went to prison. What he didn't tell you was when he was in prison, he also got a degree. Then when he came out, he went back to Southern. He got another degree. This gentleman's an engineer. And guess what happened after he served prison time? He went to Dow Chemical. What do you think Dow Chemical did? The guy went to prison. They took a chance. Took a chance with the guy. That guy retired from Dow Chemical as a millionaire. Served 30 years at Dow Chemical. That guy owns all kind of property now. Guess where his daughter is right now? His daughter's at Baylor in medical school. This guy made something of himself. So he was there. All I want y'all to do, we just want you to trust us. You may not like us as, yeah, I know we've done things, put you in jail, and police have. Give us a chance. Give us a call. Give us a tweet. Give him a call. Give Susan Rogers a call. We have so many opportunities for you. Dr. Wong, what's the percent that these kids, if they're with group, that you say the percentage that increases that they're going to kill or be killed? 90% chance is 900% chance more that if you belong to the group that you're going to either die by gunfire or be the killer. We don't want that to happen. Make sure you take our message back to you. We want you to take our help. We want you to put our guns down. The choice is really yours now. Take the message back to all the people that you know. We're not playing games. We want to help you as much as we can. And we hope that you got some out of this, and wish you all a good night. Thank you all.